Okay, today we're going to go and revive a character. This is '06, Companion '06,
Excuse me.
I believe from Galero.
Well, I
And we're going to
mean,
go
I like
find her.
pancakes.
She has been
Do
around
you?
for quite some time. I think 2016. And I believe Galero was the author of this.
I
It's
like
kind of a
pancakes.
fun
We can
companion with
cook
some really
together.
cool stuff
Alright, I'll
that's been
come with
added
you.
to her menus. It's different than every other companion that's out there. And so I'm going to pick her up. I'm going to basically introduce you to her and the pissed off Heather. And she's like, oh my God,
Half part
another
buttermilk,
companion.
half
Well, you
part
just need me.
flour,
But anyways,
dust claw egg,
'06 here
a
is over by
sprinkle
Takahashi's
of glow
noodle stand
fungus,
in
and what do
Diamond
you
City.
get?
So I go over and
An
basically
omelet.
talk to her.
What did you
And there's
expect?
no quest or anything to get
Well,
her. I can pick her up the first time I go into Diamond City. And I do this by talking
Is
to
it
her. And
possible to
then
modify you?
once I go ahead and invite
of
her, she
course.
then has a group of options that I can use to customize her. So
Let's
right
get you some
now,
upgrades.
gonna show you some of these
Sure.
customization things. You can give her melee weapons. You can upgrade her armor. You can also upgrade her long range weapons. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade her armor, and it's quite expensive. It's a number of fusion cores, but it
Can you
will add a
improve
lot to
your holographic weapon?
her survivability. And
Yeah, I
so,
can.
okay, so
I'll
right
just
now is I
recalibrate
click to
these
go ahead
color
and
projectors
upgrade
on
her
the
weapon
hand.
first. And so when I do that,
Busy here.
I go ahead and I believe
Look
pay
alive.
10 fusion core. And it's a good weapon, and I can use it
Well,
also. But once that's done, I need to give that to her and have her equip it through the trade menu to replace her other weapon that's there that you saw her draw.
Is it possible to modify
And
you?
let's see, I'm kind of unused to this,
of
so let's.
course.
Okay, we
I
already
have
did
a
that,
lot of memory space
and we're
for
going to modify
upgrades.
her armor now. You see, she has a little bit of armor on. That's
Let's get
the
you
little
some
blue
upgrades.
uh,
Sure.
Vesuvian man that's on her arm. So we're going to go ahead and modify that as well too.
Can you
And once
activate
you
a
go
basic
ahead and
holographic
create
armoring?
her new holo armor, you also need to
Sure.
give that
Just
to
let me
her
do some
and equip it.
calibrations.
So right now I talk to her, and there we go. So then I get the holographic armor Mark 1, and I will then go ahead and trade that with her and give it to her. So at that point, I've got her basically armored out. Other things that I've noticed about her is she's a pretty good companion, pretty good fighter. She likes to talk about pancakes a lot. So if you don't like pancakes, not your cup of tea. And her pancakes do have a good medicinal buff effect. So I believe they heal and also to give you a buff. And so right now, okay, I'm equipping her with materials. I can take her pancakes. You can see there are 10 there. Her weapon, like I said, has good damage. Once you increase it, I believe it's 449, which is really good. It's on the scale of a Gauss rifle. And then once that's done, looks like I'm trying to give her a little jewelry here too, and her
Hey,
armor. And we make sure that's equipped. And you'll see her armor is now should have increased. There we go. All right. So now you see it's gotten bigger and covers more of her body. And at that point is now that I've got her completely equipped, I'm going to take her out. I like to go ahead and try a new companion on a trial run. So we're doing a quest here to go clear an area of the uh, Back Bay trading group. This is part of, I believe, the Depravity series. And so I've got Raiders, I've got the Enclave, and I've
I
also
got
got these guys, the
pancakes for
Back Bay
supper.
Pimps, that I'm supposed to clear out here and then pick up a weapons cache. So I thought this would be a good test for her because these are pretty hard hitting enemies. So I've got Heather and a couple other companions from the uh, BOG, the rivals to the Brotherhood of Steel. That's also a thuggy mod. And I believe I
You
have
bastards don't even
Veronica.
count as people in
And
my
who
book.
else do I have with me on this one? Um, oh, Carla. So I've got Veronica and Carla who hit pretty hard, as you can see here. Carla is actually, she's the blonde one, is pumping in, it looks like some sort of plasma weapon. And Heather Kasdan, of course, who I take with me just about on everything since she doesn't take up a slot. And she has great benefits to healing. She's got a lot of great natural homeopathic medicines if you've played with her before. And then in comes the Enclave. So right now I'm getting rushed, and the scenario is actually throwing a number of different soldiers around me. Enclave coming in, and they're pretty well armored. I'm using a Gauss rifle. I'm also got Mark V uh, ballistic weave on with armor. And there's a Back Bay player. If you haven't run through the Back Bay scenario in the Thuggyverse, definitely worth checking out. They're fun, and their coats and weapons are great. As you can see, they're looking like something out of the 70s. And if you can hear the music too, it actually harkens back to, I think, 70s funk. And the Enclave is throwing their best at me while I'm trying to fight the Back Bay here. And they're doing a pretty good job. Not one of my proudest moments. And since I'm only carrying this Gauss rifle, I got really, really lucky and got a double shot Gauss rifle as a drop really early in the game. And I'm on very hard mode. So that was just an incredible drop. It does an obscene amount of damage. As you can see, Back Bay players are finding out. I'm actually having to stim myself a lot because I'm getting rushed on all three sides. I probably should have gotten cover, but my ballistic armor that I got as part of doing the quest line uh, for Tinker Tom over there. Now it just totally escaped me. Tinker Tom and the Railroad, and I highly recommend you do that if you want to run without power armor. And it looks like '06 was a little bit more susceptible to damage than my other companions, which I'm really surprised because she had some actually really decent armor on. Anyways, just taking these guys out. They are popping up everywhere. This is a fun battle. And this is given to me in the Thuggyverse mod that takes me to basically the Raider Emporium, and it's the last one. And there's a really, really cool quest I want to go on next that actually takes me back in time to fight the Nazis and do all sorts of fun stuff. So I have cleaned out most of this area here, and I think right now all I need to do is find the weapons and then deliver them. And that's it. So now I just need to go get the weapons. But it should give you an idea. She reacts, oh 06 reacts really well. She seems to be a little squishier than my other companions, which isn't surprising because I've got her in her own armor, which I believe has got an AR of like 400. My other companions are in Vault Girl Laura's armor, which has just massive amounts of armor. Um, and if you don't have Vault Girl Laura, that's definitely another companion mod I would go check out. But oh, hey, okay, so I don't feel bad for '06. Carla took a couple pretty good hits too and went down, and she's got that massive armor on. Those guys hit hard. So, anyways, that's it. '06, very, very good companion. I think if you like, her style of dialogue and her ability to modify her on the fly, I think you'll like her. Bye.